Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Um, yeah, man. I'm happy about what I'm seeing. Really, really happy about what I'm seeing with these Rockets, man. With these Rockets, so they went ahead and tied a season high. They went ahead and really tied a season high of win streak. Like we haven't had a 5 game win streak since like the first month of the season or so. So I'm really happy about that. Seems like they're starting to hit some sort of an offensive stride towards the end of the season, which is good. Going into the playoffs, we're going to need a lot of the stuff that we've been seeing. I'm still not liking the low volume of 3-point attempts. I'll take the makes, but the fewer turnovers are good to see. The the tenacity on defense is also good to see, and the attention to detail on offense is also good to see. You see the guys not only moving the ball, but you see guys trying to get open off the ball, and you see guys trying to get other guys open off of the ball, which are some of the things I've been talking about through the season, man. It's really good to see. It's really good to see, and I can complaining all season about a lot of the way that the offense is being moved in the system and the process, and guys not being used right and stuff like that. I'm starting to see a lot of that start to change. It's not, we ain't at the woodwork yet, but I'm starting to see some changes, and a lot of the changes that I've been hoping to see are some of the changes that look like they've been happening. So kudos to the Rockets. I don't want to give them too much credit because every time I come on here and give them some credit, we're going to lay a goose egg the next game, man. And I'm just like, yo, why did I do this? Why was I nice to this team when I had no business being nice to these fools? Knowing I'm going to jinx them. Hopefully that ain't the case this time around. But it looks like the rotations are starting to be, I ain't going to say set in stone, but they look like they're starting to figure out what they want to do with the rotations, man. Sometimes we still see, some questionable lineups out there. However, I'm going to say this. There's still some issues. There's still a lot of issues with the team, actually. But I'm looking at where we were when we were really at a low point to where we are now. And big picture, I feel like we headed in the right direction. I'm not saying we're going to win a title this season, although I want that. But I'm also not saying we're not going to make noise in the playoffs. Like I said, I don't want to speak too soon because we did. As much as somebody may want to say, "Oh, it's just the Utah Jazz," who cares? The same Utah Jazz, put it on us earlier in the season too. So I don't really care about that. I really don't care. They put 133 on us back on I think it was December 1st. Yeah, we lost to them 133 to 125 earlier in the season. The Rockets are starting to do as of late stuff that they weren't doing earlier in the season. One of the things they weren't doing earlier in the season was take care of teams they're supposed to take care of. They're starting to do that a little bit more now. They're not playing with their food and all that. They see the task at hand and they going for the kill. They're going for the jugular. They're not, like I said, they're not lollygagging. They're still playing defense and they're still paying attention to detail. And as long as you're doing those kind of things, that'll go far. Like I said, man, I keep telling y'all, Ime Udoka does not coach for you to get to your ceiling. He coaches to make sure you don't reach your floor. I'm not sure how far that's going to go with these guys right now, but the ship is righting. I'm not going to say that we've righted the ship all the way, but the ship is starting to, go in the right direction. And I'm with it. I'm with what I'm seeing, man. Big picture thinking. 5-game win streak. Tied for longest in the season. Some of the guys that were struggling at one point during the season or another are no longer struggling, at least the guys in the rotation. You got Reed Shepherd, he's playing well. You got Jabari Smith Jr., he's playing well. Amen Thompson's playing well. Alperen Sengun's playing well. And it looks like they're starting to figure out how to play well together. and not really just hezzy, tween, step back, jumper between all of them guys. It ain't a lot of that no more. The ball is moving. Guys are trying to get open. We had 30 assists tonight. It's really good for us. We had 30 assists on 92 shot attempts. That's really good. That's almost a third of our shots being assisted, which is good, man. Got to the free throw line 30 times. I'm not really gonna put too much on that. That's not something that I'm really expecting to carry over a whole lot in the playoffs. Some of the things I'm looking forward to the playoffs for that I think will carry over are kind of the things that I'm going to be paying attention to. The three-point shooting, turnovers, rebounds, the three-point attempts, moving the ball around the horn, and the attention to detail on defense. These are things that are transferable game to game to game to game to game. Playoffs, no playoffs, whatever. Those things are going to translate. So long as we're doing those things, taking care of what we can take care of, taking control of what we can control, I don't think we're going to be in for no letdowns in the playoffs. If the team going to beat us in the playoffs, let them beat us. You know what I'm saying? Let us not beat ourselves. Let us not, lose because we stubborn with rotations or stubborn with making adjustments or, letting randoms go off and not, taking care of that random, plugging them holes, being stubborn with certain lineups that we have out there. Like I said, man, if we're gonna lose in the playoffs, man, let it be because the other team just beat us. Period. They just got to be better. Man. I'll probably, do a little bit more speaking on, playoff matchups, who I like to see, who I want to see, who I think we'll see, as far as who we're gonna play. For me, I really don't care who we play. I really just care how we play and going in. That's most important to me. But obviously, matchups do kind of make a little bit of a difference in the playoffs. So I'll get into that as the season winds down. But good win overall tonight against the Utah Jazz. Like I said, against a team that beat us earlier in the season. I'm not taking any wins for granted. There shouldn't be any, it's just the Utah Jazz. There shouldn't be any of that right now. Where we coming from as a team, as a fan base, as a franchise, and we're going to take these wins however they come because they can't take them back. Just like when you lose, they can't take that loss back. You accept what you get. You know what I'm saying? You accept the results that you put out there. You put them out there. So if you don't like what you're seeing, you gotta do something about it. And the Rockets seem to be doing something about it right now. I don't know if, it's probably pretty clear that going into the postseason that the whole rotating fifth starter thing is going to be what it is. Matchup based. I don't mind it. I've never been a guy who said Reed Sheppard must start. You've never heard me say that he must start. What I have been saying is increase his playing time because it doesn't matter to me whether he starts or not. It just matters, how much valuable NBA time he's getting live and, testing himself out, putting him in different positions. One thing that I'm really liking that he's doing right now is he's really taking a lot more deep threes, which is something that we haven't been doing much of this season. It's a good thing, man, because now defense has got to go and pay respect to him a little bit further out on the floor, which would open up, driving lanes and cutting lanes for other guys. I like that. Hopefully we can use that more as a weapon in the playoffs, but it's still coming along. I like it. I love it, actually. We don't have enough deep three takers, let alone makers. So if Reed Sheppard is going to fill that role for us, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's get it and go. They also had 7 assists tonight, no turnovers. Reed been keeping the turnovers down, man. A lot of the stuff that, people swear that we need Fred VanVleet for. Reed Sheppard is doing that, man. He's taking high volume of threes. He's taking care of the ball. No, he's still not guarding very well, but that'll come along with time as he gets older, stronger, understands strategies, learning a little bit of tricks of the trade. That'll come along. Reed Sheppard is going to be just fine. Amen Thompson, he had another solid game. I'm looking forward to seeing if there comes a time when we start to really unleash Amen Thompson off the ball, if we're going to have more Reed Sheppard playing on the ball. I really would like to see a lot more actions between them two together. I'd like to see, keep telling y'all, man, I keep telling y'all, when we start to use Amen Thompson in that short role so he can use all of the gifts that are available to him, that's when defenses are going to have to adjust their scouting report. And that would move that would move a defense. That would make coaches call timeout, because now you got to worry about, damn, what we going to do with this pick and roll? We don't know if a man going to slip the screen and get a cut to the rim for an easy punch on somebody, or he going to find shooters and he going to use his athleticism to maybe get a shot up, something along them lines. If we could lean into that, because they're using him a little bit more as a screener with Kevin Durant, which is good too. But I want to see it a lot more with Reed Sheppard, especially up high. Like if we do if we could run more high screener rolls, maybe in smaller lineups, with Amen Thompson as a roller and Reed Sheppard as a screener, now we can use that deep 3-point shooting ability against a team's defense, as well as using Amen Thompson's athleticism off the ball in a short roll and his court vision. Like now you maximizing both of them guys. You're using both of them to their potential together. And it's not like one or the other. They're using it together, and then off of that gravity that I would expect that type of action to create, now we can open up with 3-point shots. We should be taking a lot more 3-point shots if we ever want to go small or use Amen Thompson as a screener and high screen and roll situations. And it could be Kevin Durant too. It could be Kevin Durant with Reed Sheppard. I'd prefer Reed Sheppard more on the wing rather than in the corner, because I think those spots I want to reserve for Jabari and Tari. And it'll be easier for them to get angles to crash to the glass from that point if they want to go offensive rebound. But Jabari and Tari on them corners, shooting threes. Amen Thompson right there at the free throw line, catching either a pass off of a slip or a pass off of the high screen and roll. Durant either handling or Amen or Reed Sheppard handling. I think that's bread and butter right there, man. That's bread and it's toasted bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? With a little brown sugar and cinnamon on top. You know what I'm saying? That'll be, like I said, man, that should be a staple play that we run in moments where we don't have LP on the floor. I think we're starting to use LP on the floor a little bit better. We're not forcing and spamming post-ups time and time again from the 3-point line. We're not doing that a whole lot no more, because that wasted a lot of time on the shot clock, and we would be going nowhere fast. So he's being more selective with them post-ups, using them a little bit more as a little hub on the elbows, free throw line extended, that little area right there. That's good for him. Very good for him. And then I don't know how real it is, but if he's gonna be hitting that 3-point shot at a decent rate, it changes the scouting report on him. And that makes an opposing defense have to figure out different ways that they want to guard him. Or now that opens up, probably some different lineup combinations and different sets that you can run with him if he's actually hitting that 3-point shot more consistently. I'm not expecting him to be no 40% 3-point shooter. I ain't even really expecting him to be league average, but if he can be close to that 34%-ish range, where instead of no closeout, it's maybe soft closeout, and then there's no closeout, soft closeout, hard closeout, and do not help. Those are the 4 stages of shooters, of 3-point shooters. I'm gonna repeat it again: no closeout, soft closeout, hard closeout, do not help. Right now we got I want to say, I ain't gonna go there right now. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, man, I'm digging what I'm seeing from these guys, man. It's looking good. They're rebounding by committee. You don't really see a lot of games where, one guy's got like 20 rebounds. Although Amen Thompson did have career high 18 rebounds the other day, and Jabari had 16 the other day too. But you go to these box scores and you look at, who's doing what. Pretty balanced team as far as, stats that are outside of points and assists. The assists are usually Alp, KD, Amen, Reed. Even those have been a lot more balanced as of late too. Now that I'm thinking about it, the scoring has been pretty balanced as of late too. That may be the way we gotta cook this chicken. May have to be a little bit more balanced rather than deep fried, man. You know what I'm saying? We may have to, figure out a little bit of something different. It may not have to look the way that we imagined it in our minds, because however we imagined it in our minds does not matter anyway. What matters is how can we make it effective. I know we had a lot of delusions of grandeur. What we thought this team was going to look like, Fred or no Fred. And let me speak on Fred real quick. Again, bro, the same team that beat us earlier in the season, they said, oh, we needed Fred. Did we need Fred tonight? I'm just asking. What did Reed do tonight that Fred would have done better? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm stupid. At least that's what I was told. Can somebody please explain to me what it is in this 5-game win streak that Fred was supposed to do that was just so much different than what we could have been doing already without Fred earlier in the season? Can someone please explain this to me? I'm not saying that having Fred makes us worse or it doesn't make us better at all. Of course it does. Let's not be obtuse here. Let's not do that. Let's not put thoughts in people's minds. Let's not put words in people's mouths. Let's be adults here. My only point with the Fred business is let's stop pretending that he must be needed for us to beat bad teams. Stuff like that. Like, we've lost to bad teams so many times. Yeah, you could say if Fred was playing, we would have beat him. But number one, we don't know that. Number two, why do we need Fred so bad to beat the Utah Jazz or beat the Kings or beat the Pelicans or beat Portland? Like, why do we need the King? Why do we need Fred VanVleet that bad to beat them teams that are far below us in the standings or not even in the playoffs at all? Why? For what? To prove what? If we need them that bad to beat them low-level, lottery-ridden teams, we got foundational and fundamental issues. Deeper issues that go beyond box score or roster construction. We got philosophical issues going on. Same with Fred. Same with Steven Adams. Steven Adams comes in. He sets hard screens. He's an offensive rebounder. And team. A lot of guys get better numbers with Steven Adams because he's extremely low usage. He's got like a lot of that PJ Tucker to him. He ain't gonna really demand a whole lot offensively, but he's gonna do his job. Period. He's a do your job kind of guy. Yes, the offensive rebounds would help. Yes, Fred's low turnovers do help. But the only reason these offensive rebounds and low turnovers are so valuable to us is because we don't do enough with our possessions in the first place. At least we haven't up to this point. Well, up until this 5-game win streak. We had moments here and there, obviously, that look good, but right now, I really am begging for somebody to come and explain to me why we look so different now, this point in the season, versus when we started playing without Fred and Steven Adams. Obviously, we knew Fred wasn't going to play all season, so that's on the coaching staff to get these guys together and get a plan put in place that'll work for everybody. And then when Steven Adams went down, yeah, I understand he's as valuable as he is. I understand he's still a backup center behind what's supposed to be your all-star center. You would expect you wouldn't expect a guy like Adams' injury to have us playing damn near below 500 basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, Y'all gotta stop with these lazy ass excuses. These excuses are lazy and they don't add any context. And honestly, these excuses that people be making up be letting the coaching staff off the hook. And y'all know I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let nobody off the hook. Players are playing within the framework by which the coaching staff has put together. Period. That's what they're doing. And right now, the coaching staff has put together a much better system and process, and the players seem to be executing this better than what they were executing before. Whatever the hell they was trying to do before, man, them boys was out there trying to eat cereal with a fork, man. You don't eat cereal with no fork. You don't. Where the milk going? Milk gonna go right through the little fork, bro. No, sir. No, sir. We're not putting up with no excuses. Process has been updated a little bit. They're actually playing to guys' strengths a whole lot more now, man. And what I mean by that, I'm going to give you a quick example. Man, listen, you can't, on one hand, complain we don't have ball handlers, but then you look at how we playing with all of this ISO ball and think that that's okay. That's a fundamental and philosophical issue. That's what I've been saying all season long. I've been very consistent with this. Very, very consistent. So if anybody choose not to hear that, that's up to you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I can't control how you understand. I can just express it how I express it. But you're starting to see it come to fruition now. Process has been updated. Ball moving around. Guys moving around trying to get themselves open or get teammates open. Listen, we go in the playoffs and we lose, but we still playing the same brand of basketball. I can live with that. I can live with putting your best foot forward and losing. But I can't live with going out there playing scared, playing prison ball, and you go lose. No, we're not gonna do that, bro. We're gonna put our best foot forward, and if somebody step on our shoe and break a toe, that's fine. But we're putting our best foot forward regardless, man. That's how we're gonna do this. I don't know what the postseason gonna look like, but we're gonna get there when we get there, and we're gonna examine it how it is. Rockets are 48-29 right now. I asked a question the other day on Twitter. What's gonna happen first? 50 wins or 30 losses? I was questioning for a while whether or not we're going to get to 50 wins. Let me not say that too much because knowing this team, we might be stuck on this 48 wins. But I'm going to put the question out there again. What happens first? 50 wins or 30 losses? What's going to be our finishing win total? Do we surpass the win total or tie the win total from last season? Or did we pass? We won 52 last year. We got a chance to win 53 this year if we sweep the rest of the way. If we win the rest of the games on the schedule, that's 53 wins. That's a game better than a season ago, all things considered, with injuries and all, and which are legit excuses. I'd have a different outlook on how I'm seeing the team. I've been a negative Nancy on this team for a while, but I'm yet to see somebody give me some valid reasons why I shouldn't have been a negative Nancy. They was putting negativity out there, and I'm reacting to it, and I'm telling you my thoughts on it as I see it, as it's happening. And I gave suggestions. I'm not one of those people that just complain and don't have no suggestions behind it. No. For every problem I presented a solution. Every single one. Every problem I had with the process, I had a solution for. So I think that's how this game is supposed to go. But anyway, I'm gonna ask again. What comes first? 50 wins or 30 losses? And then I'm also asking, do we surpass the win total from last season? That's still on the table. If not, do we tie the win total from last season? That's still on the table as of now. I'm gonna leave y'all to discuss that wherever y'all want to discuss it. It can either be in the comment section, it can be on Twitter. Make sure y'all tag me in them conversations. Don't be acting like y'all thought of them conversations all by yourself. Cause y'all know y'all like to parrot some certain people out there. But y'all don't be giving me my credit when I be saying stuff and then it be coming to fruition. Next thing you know, I be seeing people, having these same conversations out there. All right. I see y'all. I see it. I'm paying attention. But anyway, it's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity_VVS. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Also, go make sure y'all subscribe to the H Channel Rundown as well. We doing what we doing, man, and we doing it. We trying to do it big. We're trying to do it big in H-Town. We really are. Can we make a deep playoff run? Bunch of questions to be answered in the coming days, in the coming weeks, hopefully in a month. Next time I see y'all, hopefully we got some more positivity to talk about. But anyway, y'all take it easy. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here. Put it in